Guilt is removed from no when you change your perspective to realize that the no to them is actually a yes to purpose. And the more you say yes to staying on the road of your purpose, which is headed to your destiny, is the closer you will be to living your best life.
It's time to exhale and be motivated. Annie's Blue Couch. Yes.
Hey everyone, happy Sunday to all of you, Annie's crew. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the Blue Annie's Blue Couch. I am so happy that you all have taken the time to sit down with me today. Before we get into today's conversation, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, hit the thumbs up, and of course, please share this video with at least 2 of your friends. So let's get right into part 2 of living your best life. Last week, I defined your and I defined best. Make sure you check it out. If you missed it, the link is right here. And also, I'll leave a link in the description box down below. I mentioned also at the end of last week that I started reading a new book. It's called The Best Yes, Making Wise Decisions in the Midst of Endless Demands. I'm not finished with it yet, but I wanted to pull a quote from the very first chapter that really hit me, that I really just wanted to share with you all today. Here it is. We must not confuse the command to love with the disease to please. I'm going to say that again because I really want that to sink in. We must not confuse the command to love with the disease to please. I find that often in our pursuit to live our best life, we are not very comfortable with saying no. And today I want to talk about the power of no. You have to learn how to say no in order to give your best yes. Have you ever felt guilty for saying no? Or felt like you had to say yes so someone would like you, approve of you, or that it was a way to prove you loved that person by saying yes, even though deep down in your heart, you wanted to say absolutely no. And you said yes, and the ripple effect was a bunch of missed opportunities, a bunch of missed appointments. Because let me tell you, every time you say yes to one thing, you are by default saying no to something else. Because there are only 24 hours in the day. And if you get consumed in pleasing people, you cannot possibly live your best life. I want that by the end of our short chat today, you are empowered and encouraged to say no. Not in a mean way or a nasty way, but in a purposeful way. When your destiny is in front of you, when you keep your destiny and your purpose in focus, you can better understand that no to all the wrong things for your best life is actually your best yes to living your best life. Let me tell you a quick story. So school and I have not been the best of friends. I have started and stopped, 100 times. There's always something that gets in the way. Now, I've always wanted to teach, but you can't teach in the New York City public school system without the proper credentials behind your name. And I had to be honest with myself and recognize that I had been saying yes to the wrong things, which by default was me saying no to school. All the things I was saying yes to were great things, but they weren't my best yes in this season. The season you are in right now may be asking you to say no to things you're good at and no to things that are good things to do. But the question is, while you continue to say yes to things you are good at or things that generally speaking are good things to do, are those good things the best things for your purpose? Will saying yes to those things bring you any closer to your destiny? So I decided to say yes to school, and the entire process of getting in was miraculous. And God intervened and blessed me beyond what I could ever imagine. And I'm going to school right now on a scholarship I didn't even ask for. That's a whole testimony that I shared a few weeks back on my Facebook page. You can certainly go check that out. And in saying yes, I had to say no to some things I would have really enjoyed doing. The very first week of school, I had to turn down 2 gigs I really wanted to do. But if I said yes, it would not have been my best yes. Then I had another yes-no test that I royally failed, to be very honest. I'm in the middle of writing a paper and my phone rings. It's someone I love, someone I enjoy talking to, but it's someone I know the conversation will be longer than I have time for. I either say yes to writing my paper and no to the phone call, or, well, I answered the call. And I enjoyed a wonderful conversation. But 2 hours later, when I was done, I was tired. I wasn't in the mood to write no paper, but I still had to do it. So I just made some coffee and bit the bullet and got the paper done. Now, writing the paper cut into my sleep time. So instead of getting 7 hours of sleep, I only got 3, which meant when I woke up in the morning, I was groggy and grumpy and on edge. I couldn't meet the needs of my kids as lovingly as I should because I'm exhausted. And every request is suddenly the most annoying request that could be made, and the ripple effect continued all day. I was less patient for clients at work. I was less patient for coworkers' mistakes. And all I kept thinking about is my bed. All because I said yes to a phone call. That was not my best yes. I should have said no to that phone call. Had I picked up the phone and said, hey, I'm in the middle of doing a paper, let's talk tomorrow, they would have totally understood. Now, we all have people in our lives who would absolutely not understand and completely disregard our request. Those other people have to be sent to voicemail. You can't even pick up the phone and try to say no because they won't let you. But seriously, this is a simple example that I hope really drives home the point of being intentional and purposeful in what you say yes to. What are you saying yes to in your life today? Are all of those yeses your best yes? Or are you saying yes to please someone else? Or maybe you're saying yes because you want to avoid disappointing someone. Could you be saying yes because it's easy for you to do whatever it is? It's usually easy for us to say no to bad things, like drugs or cheating or just bad things. But in my personal life, I find it difficult to say no to good things. I want to help and say yes to everyone that needs me for something. I will be running from here to there, from this church to that church, from this rehearsal to that rehearsal, from this event to that event, all because I don't want to say no. And I mean, it's doing God's work. How can I say no? But here's what I'm understanding more and more every day, and what I want to help all of Annie's crew to understand as well. God is not asking us to burn out ourselves. God is not asking you to do and do so much that you're no good to yourself. There's a word that's mentioned a lot in church circles, and maybe it's mentioned in other circles too, but the word is stewardship. And there's a lot of talk about being good stewards of money. But money isn't our only resource. Time is a big one too. And God expects us to not only be good stewards of our money, but also good stewards of our time. There are people who may not understand why you have to say no, but your purpose demands it. We all have family, friends, coworkers, all sorts of connections to various people who hold different levels of weight in our lives. But can I just say that the weight of your purpose can never be outweighed, or should never be outweighed, by the weight of the demands and requests and pushes from other people. Guilt is removed from no when you change your perspective to realize that the no to them is actually a yes to purpose. And the more you say yes to staying on the road of your purpose, which is headed to your destiny, is the closer you will be to living your best life. If you have found that you've been feeling run down or overworked, or that you're always running out of time, you may be always saying yes. It's time to start saying no. On the road to your best life, you have got to reserve yes only for the things your purpose and destiny approves. I hope you enjoyed today's conversation. If so, leave me a comment down below. If you have any questions or would like me to touch on any specific idea related to living your best life, let me know. I'll do my best to answer your question in an upcoming video. Now, don't forget to click the thumbs up, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any one of my videos, and share, share, share. Until next time, remember, you are beautiful, you are special, your smile is amazing, and don't let anyone or anything ever make you feel less than who and what God has designed you to be. Annie's crew, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Bye for now.
Annie's Blue Couch.